As we've got Lewis Nicol there about to set himself up. Looks for a quickie play. I think he stumbles across the line there, George.
Yeah, a little stumble there. The hands were on out to the left. Raiders got off the hook on that one. He may have been a sniper just taking out his feet. Here we go, Raiders punishing through the midfield. Nice and direct, taking control, picking up from where they left off, knocking over the Barbarians earlier today. And they come for business. They want to be the premier team of Series 3.
Great ball move. That's a great pass.
Oh, great ball, great pass over the top. And Kavanagh, where he finished before, unselfishly feeds back in to give the touchdown. Check this out.
Michael Kavanagh. Here we go there. The long ball out to the winger. Kavanagh sees the inside runner is free. And that's a touchdown. Beautiful assist play by the touch black winger Michael Kavanagh as the Auckland Metro start making their way back through the field, looking to see what magic they can produce this time down. Tian McIntyre gets the ball back, looks for a free runner number 7 there, Francis Morrison. Oh, no, sorry. Titui just unable to connect on that one. As the Raiders start to make their way through the field, there's no Wallet Duff there as he starts to sub off. Ball to ground there. Just a bit tough out there on the ground there, Georgie. It's quite windy, as you can see if you're watching the flags on the back there.
Yeah, kind of evens it up a little bit, but I'd love to see the replay on that first touchdown because that ball from right to left was a brilliant one in these conditions, which allowed the first try-scoring opportunity. So if you know who that was, please send it in to me because we need to be lining that guy up in these conditions. Metro getting low. How low can you go? On the 5. Not quite low enough this time with a late cut on the 5th and final. Gets touch. Trying to pull something out of nothing.
And that's Antonio Wolf and Lewis Puru trying to weave some magic there as the ball goes to ground by the Manukau Raiders again. A bit sloppy as they start to make their way, especially with the win assist. As the Metro with facing the win. Just slowly getting themselves organised. Lewis Nicol, very smart player. Lance Davis, what can he produce? They go wide there. Wolf looking out to the wing. Try to sneak past, but there's no way around the immovable force of Michael Kavanagh.
Yeah, that was brilliant, D. We had probably 4 defenders all tucked into the final corner. But even the indestructible can be beaten on any given day. Great ball, great speed. At the PTL replay, we're shifting from right to left, moving the defense, keeping them tight. Nicol with a long ball over the top. Yeah, it's hard to beat. We talked about the wind creating difficulty for all these players out there today, but sometimes when you see stuff like that, who knows about the wind?
And 2 beautiful long balls there, Georgie. Both hitting the mark, so here we go. Auckland Metro 1, the Manukau Raiders 1. As we're still early in the play here, they go wide again. Beautiful pass. We're just looking to see who their pass is from. Rory Marshall Barton there from the Raiders. Connects and makes a beautiful pass to Michael Kavanagh there, who again strolls over the line. If he's not scoring tries, he's refereeing games. That is the skill set of Michael Kavanagh.
Yeah, great awareness there from Rory to be able to identify how much time he had. He was going to flick it out the back door, realised he had a bit more time to give a normal pass to set the Cavanator up in the corner. And there's Tian McIntyre. He's got a lot on his shoulders today to lead by example, and he's done it here in the first half. Getting low.
It's just a great connection here as we see in the replay. with Tian. Just a great timing, just catching the Raiders off, just not able to pedal back on time to get their feet behind the line. Catching Calais, Hingett Morgan offside there. So the score is 2-2. It's neck and neck here.
Nice read by Davids coming in, shutting down the option. Nice read. Finlay with the pace. He's a good chase. This is what it's about. That number one for speed, number one today, scoring another beautiful touchdown. Look at that support. Rolliston, you are the man.
Very nice player, Georgia. I've watched him play over the series. Really nicely balanced, and he certainly has some speed and great backup. Look at the chase by the Manukau Raiders player. But when you put it in the hands of Nathan Rolliston, it's lights out here at Nga Puna Wai.
What a game we have. 3 points to the Metros, 2 points to the Raiders. This is what we asked for the showdown between the two undefeated teams of today. Looking long. Execution not quite good on this occasion.
Bit of a fumble there, but it's a bit deceiving, but there is a bit of wind there down on the ground, on the field. So you can see the Metro just playing the ball close to hand, so not getting too wide on that. There's a scoop play by Tian McIntyre. Has he gone through there on that one?
Right, Mr. King. Tian does it again. Does not capitalise this time. Look at this, from one end to the other. No time to breathe. Oh, takes a hit. Oh, I love this game, and especially at the top end when it's half tackle. It's brilliant to watch.
And that's Duff. No wallet, Duff.
Anyone's going to take it. Man. Duff's going to take it. LA. Dancing feet. No relation to Michael Jackson. No bloodline there. You'd think so with those quick feet of his. Brother in action, showing the goods. Tian McIntyre answers the question on defence.
McIntyre says there's no way through me. Sorry, not today. Not at this time anyway. That man again.
Yeah, Mikey, you're going to have to pull out the abacus to keep up with Michael Kavanagh's touchdowns today. I think that's 6 or 7. 7 touchdown for the Cavanator. Played 40 minutes in the first game and he'll be looking for another 40. It's a hard day at the office. Straight back from the Fijian Cup. Doing some coaching services and referee service as well, Michael King.
He certainly was. He was out there controlling the match as he's controlling the winger position out there. Especially for those young players, Georgie. It's just, you're watching someone like Michael Kavanagh, his positional play, just awareness on the field, just knowing where to be. So not using a lot of energy, but using that game smarts that he has. He's in the right place at the right time as the Metro players. We've got Lewis.
Nickel and nickel.
And nickel and nickel. This is like 2 weeks ago, the nickel and nickel show. Beautiful feet there by Mua Tuta. Just unable to pull that off. It's a forward pass by the referees calling that.
Tuhi, mate, I'd hate to be defending in front of him. Those feet are on fire. Already, we're only 10 minutes into the game and he's shown how potent he can be with the ball in hand. Rory settling things down in the midfield, 5th and final, chopping a hole. Takoha takes the pick, but no options there.
Referee says, Takoha, please pass the ball back for Mai Te Paoro. As the Metro have some answers through Davis. Great legs, wanting to catch the Raiders offside, but not today. McIntyre sets something up here. McIntyre and Wolf, they've got a combination. Let's see what they can pull out. Oh, beautiful pass by Tian McIntyre. Finds his winger open. Michael Kavanagh comes in off the wing, shuts down on the link.
Here we go, driving forward. Tian McIntyre from dummy half, off the left foot. Everyone's got a shut. Winger's nightmare. What do you do in that situation? Have to take the pick to go in or stay out. He takes the pick to go in, and it's over the top to Finlay.
Right.
Nice touchdown to Metro. Taking the lead of this game, 4-3.
Right left to right by Tian McIntyre. Here we go. Calais and Duff in there, controlling the middle.
Well read by Nickel. Nice play there, setting up for the 33, giving it back to the splitter. Pulling out the defender, then flicking back inside, but Nickel was right there, right there.
Great pass by Duff. Unfortunately, it was to the wrong player, it was to the other team.
Algrove.
But the skill set of that pass, the execution, all but to the right colour. As the Metro start to make their way through the field now.
Number 5. On the static play, Nichols, what's he got? Oh! Whatever he's got, I want it. That was something from nothing. That was brilliant play. We thought it was all over. Here we go, back to the replay. 5th and final, nothing on. Rolliston does a dump for Nickel. Little Goosey pulls back and then goes. Nickel, you got to be happy. He's pumped and well deserved. That deserves a jump and a pump in the air.
It deserves a pump and a sprite as we start to make our way. Seeing a bit of razzle-dazzle by the Auckland Metro here.
Metro have come to play. They're showing that why they're the favourites at the moment. With shoulders up, things going right for them. Rattling the Raiders slightly, but hey, long way to go. 13 minutes into this game. A lot of force coming in these touches now. Referee not happy with the onside positioning. Not quite making the 5 metres. Metro getting a fresh set of 6.
Yeah, the Manukau Raiders just getting caught up in the ruck area, just holding that down a little bit more, so the referee just not happy with that.
Right now, the Metros are taking something out of the Rollistons book because, they're just rolling them. It's just pure pressure, putting them on the back foot, and things are just coming from that. Here we go. And that's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. And that magic man, Tian McIntyre, does it again. Does it again. I'll say it one more time. Tian McIntyre does it again. Khan finishes off for all his good work. Yep, through the hands. Draw and pass. Unukoa, he'll be happy with that one. He's had a strong tournament this series.
Simple as that. Do the Auckland Metro say thank you very much. We can razzle and dazzle, but we can also just play good basic touch. The Raiders trying to find their own answers. Let's see. They start to go short, just trying to find the runners. But the Auckland Metro had all those channels shut down. They start to make their way through the 10. Great direct play.
Simple game, this game of touch, and it's about momentum, and it's all Metro at the moment. Oh, the commentators curse. I need to be quiet.
Lapse an execution there by the Auckland Metro. And here we go. Michael Kavanagh. We're just saying to the boys, just, hey, let's calm down. Let's get to the 5 and let's get our game rolling. Josh Duff drops the ball.
Yep, Munakua might have got a big hoof in there, his size 15s. Hard to control.
Go, let's see what they can conjure up. Looks to go short. Wingers in.
Yeah. It's long. That's a good put down. That is world class put down. Noel Grove was all over him. And how did he slip out of that one? He's a crowd favourite, this gentleman. Tell us about that winger, mate. You know all about him. The NRL Touch Premiership. He was a showstopper.
He certainly was. Young Andy Bergett, who we brought in to play in the NRL Touch Premiership for the Raiders with skill like that. He came on, I think, scoring 3 to 4 tries in his first debut game for the Warriors this year, Georgie.
He ain't letting up either. He ain't letting up. All the way from the Loaded Club. I'm aware. Would that be right?
That's right, I think. Yep. Here we go, Jack. He's that man, Tian McIntyre. Oh. For a while there, I thought the disco lights were on the way that he was moving.
I just wanted to see that as a touchdown so I could see the replay. That is some slick movement. But like his dad.
Like his dad in the 50 men's final at the World Cup. That's where I remember seeing those moves now, Georgie, from his father in Puchajaya. Here we go.
Let's get that right. That was on the touch field, not after it.
Davis, I like this kid. He's certainly got a lot of spring in his step. Oh, did we just see that? Davis, nickel combination. Davis is razzle dazzle.
Let's have a look on the replay here, Mike. If you look, you could put a blanket over 4 Raiders defenders here. They're all in tight, and he still, look at this. Look how tight that defense was, and they still managed to slip through.
Looking at that picture, Georgie, I thought we were on the marae. That's how close they were, and we were in the Wharenui. But the Metro still finding the gap to the Whare Kai. As the
Karanga, you reckon? Here we go. Raiders with the ball. Takoha setting up on a 32 play. Rory, who's been on fire this game. Little flick over the top. Metro players nice and square. Managing to double off and get out wide. Very impressed with Metro's defense. Their ability to stay square, very long when a touch has been made, allowing them to regroup and go out to the man.
That's certainly right,
Making
Georgie.
a big difference.
Their connections, and they're staying in tight, so their squeeze defense. Here we go. It's a pick and go through the ball. This is the non-stop show we've got, George. It's going so fast. I'm struggling to keep up, and I'm sitting down.
I think we've got Sebastian Jack. He's come to the party. Here from dummy half. Nothing on. Hot knife through butter. There we go. Linking up with some Pearl Jam magic. Number 19. Carlos Midigan.
Darius and Josh making their way through the field.
Sweep play, looking back and forth. There's that defense again, Mike. That defense that I've been very impressed with. Their ability to stay live and stay square is paying dividends.
All right, Georgie. We're witnessing very good defense here.
25 seconds to go. Have they got something in the tank? They've got a sideline as vocal as that. Very hard for the Raiders. Dig deep. Here we go, Josh, the power of the mullet. Has he got something there? Okay, pulling out. The hooter upon us. No touches up their sleeve. Running game. Well, what a game we have here, Michael. And it's, like I said, it's all about momentum. And the momentum is with Metro.
Certainly the momentum, the skill set, the execution is with the Metro team at the moment. But we know the caliber of players that sit in the Raiders team. So I'm sure that halftime will be an interesting conversation between the coaches and the players as they start to just sort of work, go back to their basics and make sure they get their the simple through the field is probably an area that they want to pick up on, George.
Yeah, and just going into this halftime break, I won't be able to call it like a coach would, but what I can see straight away is the number one basics is body language. The body language there of Metro is all on point. They're on fire. They've come here today to take this title for Series 3. And what a lineup they have. Auckland Metro going through the list. New Zealand players galore. Rolliston has been outstanding through this tournament. Te Tuhi on his feet, electric. The Nickel brothers, mate, outstanding. You know, the combinations and the power that they've got right throughout this outfit is second to none. And if we go over to the Raiders, what we're talking about, they're rising stars. They're the next generation, a lot of these players. And they showed some glimmers in the first game of how lethal they can be. Calais, he's one to watch out for at the moment. He's the hot property. I heard his name being called out frequently by the defenders, worrying about what he's going to do. Sinclair in there, he's a young favourite. Kaki's been cool, calm, collected throughout the tournament. And hopefully he comes into this game and show the potential he has. He's been here, done that, and showed his stuff against Australia with some great wins against those guys.
Yeah, we've got a lot of these young kids in there who are part of our under-20 squad. So we saw on the screen there young Chase Pamatato. He's another young player coming up. We've got his brother, his older brother in the touch blacks environment. So there's a family connection knocking on the door there, but it's mixed across both of these teams.
Well, it's in the blood, mate. That's the beauty. There's many reasons why we love this game. And number one is about whānau for me. The connections, playing with your parents, siblings, all that type of stuff. And when you travel away to tournaments, the whanaungatanga is second to none. I've played many sports over time, but there's nothing that comes close to the environment that we have in the touch scene. And that's why these guys come back every day to play this game. You know, there's no money involved. We get to play these professional series like that, but they have to do a lot of sacrifice to get here. You know, travel a lot on their own back, travel for hours to get to a training, to put on a show and get there to the top. And when they get to the top, they still have to pay more money. Oh, I love these guys.
So true, so true. It's all about love for the sport, and that love is supported by the whānau, the extended whānau. Everyone involved. Here we go. We're back in the second half. A sweet play. Takoha Ropati looks to go low, razzle dazzle.
That movement, you thought he was one of the young bloods. That was some good quick feet by Takoha. There we go, working the short side. There we go, something out of nothing. Having a look. Holding up a moment. Yep, no. Something over nothing. Foster Moore replay. Here we go, coming. They stopped this well. And they just go back to the short side. Cavanator, how did you catch that one? That's how you did it. You put your shoulder at jeopardy.
Co-captains combining there, but both Takoha Ropati and Michael Kavanagh, the co-captains of the Manukau Raiders, combining there.
And they're leading well today for the Raiders. Michael Kavanagh with 8 touchdowns. He's caught everything.
If you've just tuned in, the score is Auckland Metro 8, the Manukau Raiders 5, as the Metro are on the line. Through that man again, Tian McIntyre, with his shiny black shoes. So let's see if the Manukau Raiders, just how their players through the field. It was an area that they sort of got shut down in the first half. So let's see what this looks like going forward this time here. It seems to be a little bit still stilted. There's Josh Duff tries a bit of a goose step. Drops the ball like he drops his phone, I see.
pretty much what the Raiders needed was to come back strong in the second half. They've dotted down one. They're only 3 tries away from locking it all up. Here we go. Metro taking control. Pulling out the Raiders. 10 metres from the line. Hill Jane combinations. Nickel. Rolliston showing his speed with a chop. Oh, mate. Chop suey right there. Love this play. PTL. The power of the Jan. Here we go. Nickel, Rolliston. Gets a little shove. Good old classic favourite, Sevens play. Still doing the damage.
Still doing the damage to 7. Bring back the old school. Just a simple set, especially by 2 players who sort of have that connection on a number of levels, both at club scene. And you can just see it pay off. Class combination there.
Kaki, we need something special from him in the second half. Rory needs to carry on where he finished from the first half. There we go, show and go. Footing not too good. Finlay. Been exceptional today with an intercept. Services.
Finlay Barnett, who happened to pick up the MVP at the Fijian Cup in the men's open grade. So carrying on his form with the Metro, Auckland Metro, as he starts to go along. Oh,
Good runners. The option was to Finlay that time. Great to see Jan has the ball in hand, like his vision and his option taking. It's just not guessing. At that time he got it wrong, but 9 times out of 10 in this game he's picking the right option. It's not a fluke, it's a skill set. That evolves from years of experience and being a household that lives and breathes touch.
good defence through the field by Auckland Metro as they start to make their way to their subbing box. Across the halfway now.
Nice and controlled. They slow down slightly, but they're still in the right position. There's a slight little bounce out, little kick out. Everyone usually expects a drop on that play. 7 metres out, still in control. Nickel, the magic man today, works on a 32. David works a little step, holds up the ball. Yep, I was going to say he's lucky to get away with no penalty. Raiders, Wilkie taking a hit. Soft hands, gives the extras. Wilkie's been strong today, doing his job well, setting the platform for the boys. Josh needing to bring the power of the mullet. There we go, 32 pick, chopping line. I thought that D was too good there. Offside by Metro. Nice punishing attack by the Raiders.
Brother combination, Calais and Darius just trying to pull something off there. And here we go, Josh.
Metro knowing how lethal Calais is. They're not holding anything back in those touches. Not much to his frame. Over the top, Sinclair with a wild one. Forward pass call by referee Tim Lucas. George Haswell controlling the defence in the middle of the field now with the whistle.
Nicole back to Barnett. Barnett looks for runners, points to the outside. Great go forward by Wolf. Nicole and Wolf in the middle. Nicole picks up. Pretty much a class act, both Nickel brothers here.
Yeah, you're right there, Michael. I've been very impressed watching these guys in the Series 3 of the PTL. And there's so much more potential in those two young gentlemen. I'll be looking forward to seeing, them putting in the work and putting on the black colours in the near future if they really want it. because they're showing they got it today. Working that tight corner. A nice little Jordan. Is that
Te
Tui?
Tui.
Yep.
He's saying Tiana's not the only person who's going low here.
Nice little play here. Quick feet off the left. I've seen that in his highlights package. And he does it once again here in the PTL.
What I am impressed about by both the Nicol brothers is actually they bring something different to play, you know. And I know that just watching Lewis over the series, he's quite a cheeky player. You know, which brings a bit of life to the game, and he does some things that you wouldn't expect.
Oh, here we go. Stop the cheek. Te Tuhi, have a look at that one. There's that man again. If you're having a battle, Te Tuhi, he's just answered a question and said, no, I'm still here. I'm going for the number one spot today.
He's going, you go low, I'm going the full field.
Jan McIntyre, what a talent he is. Yeah, I'll let you have a sleep in the box there, mate. Well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah, but I was just saying that just about Lewis. I like the way that he's a bit unusual and sort of like that because it changes up the way that the defense thinks about a touch player. So he's brought some magic over the last three PTLs, that's for sure.
There we go, the old faithful simple play there. Holding in the back against the ruck. Here we go. We've got something. They're in 2s and 3s at the moment. Putting his body in position. Davids. Yep, there it is. Hitting the nos. The nos. Davids too fast, too furious. Puts his body on the line. The PTL replay. It looked like it could have been a trial one way. But then David says, no, not today. Yeah, look at the grit there.
Yeah, he's been an impressive kid over the PTLs. I saw him first play and really shine, George, at the Youth World Cup last year in Puchajaya. He was a kid who was really making a mark at that World Cup. So great to see him just flow on and continue that skill set and his growth in this Premier Touch League.
What we're seeing here is the Raiders are chucking a lot at them. There's a lot of plays coming out in this half, and you know this Metro have just been answering the questions on defence. They've obviously been watching a lot of footage, would have a lot of understanding of these individual players, what their pet plays are, and so forth. Because yeah, they're in the right spot at the right time.
They certainly are. They're getting their outsides up early, so getting their links right into the passing lane. So not going actually to shut down or going direct to a shut move, but going into the space, which is allowing them to actually be available to catch those passes. And they have. The last 2 touchdowns have been intercepts purely because they've been in that right space, George.
Yep, fair enough. Here's a reset here for Metro. Sinclair wasn't happy. He thought it was good. And ooh, what do we got? Yep, there's a lot of emotion coming into this. Raiders need to keep clear heads, focus on the game.
The mullet man pleading to the referee. He doesn't want a bar of it. Berger, great shutdown. That's what we saw, and that's why we sort of pulled him into the NRL.
Soft hand, quick passes out wide, taking the extras.
Good defense by the Metro. Takoha looks to go wide, finds Bergen. Does a wrap around but border ground. Auckland Metro working really hard through the field, working for each other, getting those connects, staying tight on that squeeze as they start to come direct. And that's touchdown 2 and they're already over halfway.
The Raiders were on cloud 9 from the first game. Metro have brought them back down to earth with 11 touchdowns to 5 and maybe another. Okay, so now that we're back down on earth with the Raiders, what can they bring to the party here? They need to do their basics well, be more direct, get through the midfield, put them on the back foot.
I think the way the Metro are playing, Georgie, I think they've taken the Manukau Raiders subterranean or below ground. Again, just good work through the field by Metro. Just put in a stop to any go forward by the Raiders. Touch count 2, I think. Here we go. Nickel. And Jack in there.
Jack showed how fast he was in the first half with a nice scoop through. Nickel, there we go. Now Wilkie gets in the channel there. Referee Tim Lucas not happy with the onside positioning.
Got himself in the channel, George, but there was no signal on that channel. The referee says, come back. We're on channel 9, not channel 5. Go Lewis, let's see what he's got.
And there we go, slam dunk the funk. Rolliston with the magic of Nickel pulls it out again. Nickel, Rolliston, names we'll be saying in the future for many years to come. Here we go, 10-1. Little show for the quickie. Step back and just feed in. Here we go, slam dunk the funk.
Rolliston's not running 60 metres. He's doing some on the line magic. Again, with that combination with Lewis Nickel. There we go, Duff. Can he find his man? No. That McIntyre shuts that play down. The Raiders had a couple of free players, Link and Michael Kavanagh on the wing. Just Duff unable to get the ball out there.
Nice pass to get him behind. Nice read by the winger. Malgrove. Nice shut in there. Raiders looking for something. Sweep around play. Hits a nice ball to the winger. Unfortunately, world-class winger out there could not grab that one.
Unfortunate, that certainly was the right connection. Just unable to get the combination there. And if you've just tuned in, we'd just like to put a big shout out to the major sponsors here, SAS Apparel, for their contribution to make the Premier Touch League to get it up and running, along with One Foundation. So big thank you to both SAS Apparel and One Foundation for their sponsorship of the Premier Touch League. Referee calls that a recount as the Manukau Raiders have a hand in there.
Magic man. A place he knows well with a sweeping play. Have a look. Referee's happy with the touch, happy with the onside positioning. Winokwa. Drives in hard. Sweeping play, a little forward off the ruck, but we're happy with that one. Oh, a lotto ticket, mate. You are spectacular today. The magic is right there as the Foster Moore gets the replay. Setting up here, there's the solid man with a nice dump. Yep, Pearl Jam magic over the top. Reaches back beautifully, fully outstretched. Grabs a pass that was behind him. Mate, Midas touch today for the Nickel Bros.
And that takes the Auckland Metro 13, the Manukau Raiders 5.
Be interesting to hear what the messaging is in the sub box with Fredo Morgan and these young players, because there's a big difference between game 1 and game 2 today. Oh, nice movement. Nice read.
That's the old hands of the Manukau Raiders, just trying to conjure up some magic there.
Wolf again.
McIntyre and Wolf.
First player offside. Second's okay.
McIntyre pleading to the referee. To no avail. The Raiders come through touch count 3. They just make it over halfway.
Nice work in there.
Tap on, just going forward. Referee calls out a penalty forward pass. There's the mark player. We've witnessed some really good touch skills this afternoon, George, in this game. Just the attacking prowess of the...
and it just shows how many tools they've got up their sleeve, the Metro team with the experience of these high caliber players that have been around doing some good stuff. And they've shown it in this game. They showed it in the first game, but the Raiders showed a lot in the first game, so I actually thought it'd be a little bit closer. But hey, you can have those games in the rounds. And it's all on next week, and what a showdown it's going to be. To Waipona, we're coming to the party today. Metro showing why they're the favourites, and there's some being glimpses of brilliance. But who's going to bring it next week when it comes to the 4th series of the PTL?
4th series of the PTL. Yes, Georgie, you are right there. And it's at the Trust Arena Stadium out in Henderson in Auckland. It's all go next Sunday. If you're there, you are in the North Island. If you are in Auckland, make your way to the Trust Arena Stadium and come and see the high octane series of touch as we look for the first PTL championship men's and women's team. As we come down to the final 20 seconds here. Raiders make their way through the field. And that's full time here at Nga Puna Wai. Here with the Auckland Metro convincing winners, 13, the Manukau Raiders 5. Certainly been a schooling by the Metro team. Coaches will be very pleased with that display. Takere and Walker, Wiremu Takere and Isaac Walker, Rod Walker, manager Maggie Mitter, assistant manager Savannah Walker. It's the Walker show here. Takere just showing the experience. It's been many years in the touchback program. The hard a day, especially for the last game at the office for the Manukau Raiders, but they can still hold their heads up high. They've shown us that they are a class act. And we'll throw down to George.
Nice work, ladies and gentlemen. That was the game we were waiting for, the showdown of the two undefeated teams, Metro taking on the Raiders. And what a show we had from the Metro team. And I've got one half of the elusive demo of the Nicol brothers. I'm just going to get down on one knee and let this guy introduce himself to the rest of the world. If you don't know who he is, he's about to do it now.
Thanks, Georgie, for having me. That was good effort from the boys. We talked about last time we were down here. We kind of took an hour to the Barbars and we said that we were going to put in the effort. We had a lot of key players missing today, so we just talked about culture. You know, we're growing a good brotherhood here. We've got a few different club teams from Auckland coming together and playing for the boys that couldn't be here this weekend as well. So yeah, it's been awesome.
I took a knee for this guy because I was just amazed of how him and his brother have been doing good stuff out there, and their dad's doing great stuff in the community. If you don't know about Trevor Nicol, if you're on the Auckland region, look him up, mate. Great man, doing great things. How did it feel for the boys out there just dominating that game. Were you expecting that?
No, not really. We well, to be honest, like if I'm being truly honest, the score didn't reflect how much of a grind it was out there. And like we said, we got heaps of under 16s boys that had to take the step up today, and it was awesome. And I thought I'd just end it with a special shout out to our boy Zay Wallace. You know, it's his 21st birthday. Happy birthday, bro! I know you're looking down on all the boys, and the boys up in Auckland celebrating with you. So, cheers, bro.
Nice. And I'll take it on the last note there. We're talking about Zane Wallace. So I'm looking at you and your brother. What's the future hold for you guys? Are you putting your hand up for these black jerseys or what?
We're not too sure. We're just happy to turn down and play some touch together. You know, our club up in Auckland's doing great, but like we said, we're just chucking the Metro jersey on with the boys, and it's just awesome opportunity to be here.
Nice work. And you'll have a lot of fans back there in Auckland and all over the country watching the Nicol brothers do their magic. We call them the Magic Men. What a show they had, and we'll look forward to them in the grand finals in Series 4 of the PTL next week from the Trust Stadium. We're signing out here with Touch.
What a game.
Nice work, brother.
Through Sky Sport next, these athletes and their sports have the chance to tell their story. We want to inspire more Kiwis to play sport. Together, our goal is to significantly grow the reach and engagement of New Zealand sports.
Touch New Zealand's coverage of the Premier Touch League is brought to you by SAS Sport and One Foundation.